Okay, guys,
So
we're about
folks,
to do another fantastic show, but before we do that, please
go
go to YouTube, like, subscribe,
subscribe,
share.
share.
A huge thing for me also was that we don't know what all goes into our pads or
Right.
as other people call it, sanitary napkins. People use tampons like it's so common that we don't even think about the
convenient.
fact that
Right.
we're like plugging up our body, we're sticking all these chemicals up inside our body.
Bleaches that's
Routinely.
actually in the white
Yeah.
of these pads.
Right.
The bleach, materials. What,
And
what are the materials as well?
Right,
that's
right.
in those things.
Yeah, it has been known when you break down products like Always, the typical pads that the average person would buy, it comes from recycled waste that they bleach to death.
Yeah.
And it's basically like putting a garbage bag over your lady parts and expecting it to breathe. So where I noticed a huge difference is that I switched to all organic sanitary napkins. I don't use tampons anymore. Like I said, I used to have to wear diapers. Like I was bleeding that heavy. But where I noticed that the bleeding got less, like it wasn't as heavy, it was like what I call a normal person's period. There was less cramping. There was less blood clots. There were all these less different issues was switching to organic products. And that made a huge difference for me.
You know, it's interesting how you talk about that, Rihanna, is that, the products and the medications that we reach out for, right, to help, alleviate the pain we have are the ones actually exacerbating that, right? And then you ask, we may sound like conspiracy theorists or completely cynical, but it makes you wonder, doesn't it, if they do this deliberately to have you, depend upon these things. So now when your cycle comes, man, you go and get whatever products on that shelf. And, remember, female sanitary products tend to have their own aisle.
Right.
And
The aisle that we don't go down, Dr.Amsu.
And the commercials.
And the commercials,
Woman
right.
skipping through the lilies, through the
Right.
daisies and whatnot. And you're thinking, I want to be that woman.
If you get that pad, you're going to ride your bike and play with your dog and all the
Right.
rest of it. They're selling you a lifestyle. But what they're actually selling you is the hook. Because by using a lot of those products, it actually makes your situation worse. And I think it's very tragic. And, I'm going to keep saying
Well, think
shame.
about the locker rooms at schools. The cheapest sanitary
That
napkins
they'd have
or,
in those,
or,
yeah.
or tampons are put in there. What kind of test do those go through? And girls who are in a urgent situation, it's emergency. Let me go and grab these tampons or whatever. Well, they stuffing up themselves.
Right.
But even that, it goes back to what people can afford.
Absolutely.
Like
Going back to these neighborhoods, right? Yeah.
The average pack of pads is like $7, $8, $9, and for a woman to have to pay an additional tax, I think recently in Georgia it was like 11%.
There was news of
the
that.
sales
Right.
tax and everything. It's called tampon tax.
Yeah,
that they're
I saw that.
starting to do away with in a lot of different states.
I didn't even know that.
Women
They got
don't
tampon
even-
tax.
Yeah, they tax everything.
Women don't even know that they're paying more tax for a product that they can't avoid using.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
Hey, what's up? Look, you've just been watching the Great Black Podcast. If you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure you go to the YouTube channel and you like, subscribe, and share.
Share it.
So we can
Share
keep
the
doing
love.
this. It's a give and take thing.